All right, welcome back to the program. As we can see in the background there, we're going to be talking a little bit about the July 4th Independence Day celebration. And we just want to go ahead and welcome everybody, the panel that we have here. And I'll go ahead and kind of introduce everybody. I know we have Mr. Croker, who of course is a veteran, and we certainly appreciate your service, Jack. It's good to see you again, and it's good to have you back. Also, we're going to have we do have Mr. Lee Shaffer, who is the Independence Day chairman and chairperson, and we appreciate that. And then next we have Wendy Jeffcoat, who is actually in this capacity was a member of the committee member of the Independence Day, and Danny Picou, who is, of course, another committee member for Independence Day. I want to welcome all of you to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, very good. And Jack, I kind of just want to go down the line, maybe if we can get some of your impressions, maybe about this year's event, and we'll try to talk to everybody and maybe get their impressions. Why don't we start with you?
All right. Well, my part was the Veterans Park. I was in charge of setting it up and getting everything lined up and done, and it turned out real great. There's several people I'd like to thank because there's a lot of help involved in this. Mr. Roger Sange, he is in charge of Veterans Park, and this place was really great. He had it all set up for me. I couldn't ask for a better person to do this. Miss Susie Johnson, who's in charge of Blue Star Mothers, she was also helped out over there and with the water and setting everything else up for us. Hunt Downer was our master of ceremonies.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Does a great job.
He does a great job. We had Bishop Sam Jacobs that gave the invocation, which did a great job. The Bayou Scouts, Boy Scouts, gave the pledge. And we had a young lady by the name of Sarah Sullivan sing the national anthem.
Oh.
And she nailed it. She did a great job.
Great.
And this year we recognized Vietnam veterans. And we recognized Mr. Leroy Williams.
Right.
He was in the Marine Corps. He joined the Marine Corps, went up the ranks, got the sergeant, staff sergeant, and then got a field grade promotion to second lieutenant.
Right.
And retired a major.
Sure.
And we also recognized the firemen and the police department. And I'd like to read their names.
Sure, go ahead.
The fireman was Gregory Boudreaux. He's the oldest guy there is at Bayou. Okay. And then Mr. Ken Email. And then for the police, Colonel Mike Soule, you probably know him.
Sure.
And Sergeant Kyle Falk.
The sheriff's office, right? And
Right.
Kyle with the HPD, of course.
HPD. Then we had an SA winner. It was a young man. I believe he was 12 years old.
12 years old, yeah.
Knocked it out of the ballpark. Did a great job. Mr.
Great.
Gary Blanchard III. We also had Mr. Michelle Claudet was there.
Yeah.
And we had a promotion ceremony. 2 years ago, Hunt swore in a young lady, Miss Lottinger, as a second lieutenant.
Right.
And she got promoted, and he promoted her to first lieutenant.
Right.
So
in fact, I wasn't able to attend, but I did see a lot of the actually on HTV. They showed a lot of that, and that was a very nice presentation and promotion.
One of the ladies that was with her was Miss Williams, which was Mr. Leroy Williams' daughter. She's a first lieutenant. She's a nurse.
Yeah.
And then we had Bill Davis's grandson just got promoted to second lieutenant.
Right.
So we had a good showcase.
No, it was very interesting, the part that I had seen, and I want to congratulate you and everybody else on that particular event. Lee, let me ask you, if you don't mind, Lee, can you kind of give us, from your perspective, as the chairman, maybe what your impressions are?
Well, this event has grown over the past couple of years. Last year it was probably the attendance was a little bit greater last year than this year, especially in the early part of the day. Yeah. And I think a lot of that had to do with heat and how hot it was. But the rest of the day it was very, very populated. They had a lot of people there. Everybody was enjoying themselves. I think we had some good food, as well as some great bands. The U.S. Navy band was just outstanding. And we also had Waylon Thibodeau, of course, who he seems to be the guy, whenever he stands up on the stage in this area, he can just draw a crowd and get everybody involved. And it was a lot of fun.
And a little dancing going on.
Yeah, exactly. It was a lot of fun. And then the Home and Community Band, who just does a great job with patriotic music, and it sort of puts they come on first, and they came on first during the day, and it was really a way to put you in the mood that this was our nation's independence and something that was it was going to be a special day. And then of course, as Jack was talking about the memorial, I think my favorite part of the day is always the memorial, because it gets you in the perspective of thinking of your old war buddies and the people that you served with, and the people that are still over there, and how important it is that we support the military and the people that are serving our country at this point.
And it makes you really appreciate the independence and the work that the veterans do in fighting for our independence every day.
Absolutely, and to see them lay those wreaths by the memorials, the fire department, the police department, and the military, it really shows you how important service is to our nation, and how important it is to take care of those that are serving our country.
Very well said. Wendy, let me ask from your perspective, tell us a little bit about your involvement and from your perspective.
I coordinate the children's activities, and I work to gather people together that will help us put on different fun things for the kids, as well as what Kids in Motion can offer. And we had several partners that jumped in with us and really did an awesome job. And I just want to tell you what you're saying. I'm an Air Force brat, and very proud of my family's service.
Sure.
My dad, Murphy Duplantis, and my grandfather, Murphy Duplantis, as well. And that's the memorial part, I think, is one of the most important things, besides the parade too, that shows about this event. So the kids' activities are just the fun part, but everybody has kids, and we want to bring them out and have a good time. And I really want people to know that the kids' activities are meant to help us enjoy the day more, get all our families out there. And we had a lot of kids come out. We had a lot of partners. Barnyard Fun came out there with their ponies and petting zoo, and Magical Entertainment came out, and they did face painting and balloons. And then I had another partner, Academy of Early Childhood, Tazan Boudreaux. She came out and did more face painting, and she sat there for 5 hours straight and didn't move, so, good for her. And Pinocchio's Playhouse sent out characters, which is always, the kids always love them. Our biggest sponsor this year, Bouncing Around Inflatables, Jack LeBlanc and their guys came out. They were phenomenal. Helped us with the rock wall. We had a dunk tank, which of course is always a crowd favorite. We had inflatables. We had games, and they really came out and they did a phenomenal job. And Petco joined in with us. They came out and gave free I can't say that word, frisbees to everybody. And Cocoa Flick Club helped us with our trophies for our essay winner and our art contest winner. We had an art contest for the front of the shirts.
Yeah.
And just please, all my board and Kids in Motion volunteers, they just come out of the woodworks. They work really hard, and they're awesome. So.
Well, I think that's great, and certainly thank you for your contribution, not only in this event, but many others as well. Danny, why don't you give us from your perspective, your experience, and tell us what your thoughts are.
I'll tell you, it was a good experience this year. I got up at 3:30 in the morning and got to the parade ground at 5 o'clock. It was still dark. Put out all our barricades, got ready. And Jimmy, when you're running a parade, you got to realize this. You're praying with your partner, and your partner is the good Lord. And the good Lord and me put this parade on with no rain.
Right.
And the veterans that called on the phones to come out, Jimmy, if you'd have seen their faces, I could have worked 100 hours just to see their faces and coming on the floats and everything else. We got... just going to tell you this. We had 20-something units in our parade. That's what was marked down. Well, Jimmy, when I got through, I had to close to 40 or 50. Lafourche Parish, Shriners, motorcycle groups out of Homer that has a lot of veterans in it. They showed up. They were at the memorial, watching the whole memorial. If you've seen the film on TV that y'all put out, you'll see them in the background. They were all there. They did a professional job. These guys really made our parade, which you can see on the screen right now. The Shriners passing right now from Lafourche Parish. We had no idea all these people were coming. They came out because of the veterans, and it made me proud. And you can ask Mr. Jack. I'm standing up there getting all the stuff out of this parking lot. Man, I'm saying, man, go, 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 go. And then guess what? I forgot, I don't have any ride. So I'm running down the street, okay? I'm running.
Very good.
68 years old, I'm running down that road wide open, and Mr. Jack is there, and I jumped in the Jeep with Mr. Jack. So thank you, Mr. Jack, for giving me a ride.
All right.
But it was an awesome day.
Yeah, well, good. Lee, let me just kind of ask you, I mean, this is really a big event. It's gotten bigger over the years, as you've indicated, but what does it take, I guess, to make this thing possible?
Well, I'm going to sort of split this up with Danny a little bit, but
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, for the past 3 years, we've had a core group of volunteers. It's about 12 people. And if you think about all the different things that are going on during the day, to have 12 people, we have other volunteers that come out for the day, but for the 12 people to put together an event like this in 12 months is pretty special. The guys that are sitting right here, Mr. Jack, Danny, and Wendy, Chris Johnson, Susie Johnson, CJ Chris, my wife Susan, Ron Mangles, Dawn Perron, Shira Ott, and Adrian Weber. We're all there. They've been there all year long working to make this all a successful event. And it's just not possible to do it without the volunteers. And I just want people to know that if you see these people at work, pat them on the back and just tell them how much you appreciate it. Even if you didn't come to the event, to know that they spent their off time after work putting this on and making it all possible.
Well, it's a great event for the whole community.
That's right.
I mean, whether you were able to attend it or not, it just kind of makes this area what it is with our culture. I mean, and this just kind of emphasizes it on a very important holiday.
And I would like to mention one other person.
Sure.
Robin Lejeune. She is a stalwart. She is somebody that she's been working with us for 3 years now, and you just couldn't put this. She was the co-chair this year, and she just understands that you never give up, you never say quit. If she would be a Marine, she'd be at the top of the hill fighting all the way down. So.
Okay, very good. Danny, what else, I guess, is needed, to kind of put this thing on?
Well, Jimmy, we have some of the most passionate, dedicated sponsors possible, for those who make, individual donations each year to those who give corporate donation. It wouldn't be possible to have this. And the list can go on and on and on. And I don't know, Jimmy, if you've shown it up there, our list of sponsors, but I just name a few of them, okay? Homer Convention and Visitors Bureau, SECA, HTV, Raging Cajun Radio, NREC Power, Technology Professionals, Southern Oaks, Bayou Runners Association, Edison's West, Bouncing Around, Carbotech Chemicals, and of course HTV for what they do for us. Also Trapp Chevrolet, Regional Military Museum, Hercules Carnival Clubs that donate the floats, the Marriott who donated a lot of stuff to us, the French Loaf who came out and cooked for us, all free of charges, okay? The Airport Commission, the POVs, and Jimmy goes on. And I have two guys that I think special that's in the crew of Hercules, okay, that stepped up last year and says, we're going to give money to these veterans. That was a man named John Bowie who owns B&G Contractors, and Dwayne Beaudoin who owns Alpha Rentals on Road.
Yeah.
These two guys are awesome in what they gave us, but there's so many more sponsors and so many more. But let me tell you something. If there's anybody out there would love to get involved with us, they can call us. We'll be in touch with y'all. Give us a call, and like I always tell you, my number is 637-0156, and I asked that last time I was on the air. Make that phone ring, and guess what it was doing in my pocket while I was here, Jimmy? It was ringing, really ringing. Stan say, I can't believe this, but it was ringing. So anyone who wants to get involved, please come out and help us.
Lee, let me ask you, next year, will the show go on?
Yeah, we're already planning. All of our volunteers are excited. I had other people walking up to me saying they were excited, they wanted to be involved. We're going to start off probably next month after we all recuperate just a little bit with a general membership meeting where we'll ask people that I'll put it in the paper and we'll put it on our website. If you're interested now and you want to send me a little email or go to the website and send me a little bit of your name and your number, I'll make sure that we keep you on the email list. And we'll start in August with just a general membership meeting, try to elect a new chairperson and new officers, and we'll go from there. Of course, we'd really like, as Danny mentioned, we'd really like sponsors to think about donating early, because the earlier we are able to plan for the event and to put it all together and put together the entertainment and the games and all those things, the better the advertising is and the more people will know about what's happening. So the earlier we can get those people involved, the better it would be.
All right, very good. We kind of have to wrap it up. Danny, let me just ask you any final comments.
Let me tell you, get involved with this. Your heart's going to feel great about it. I got involved in this thing 3 years ago, and Jimmy, You know what I was with Hercules.
Right.
Well, I'm more with this right now. This just makes my heart bleed to see these veterans, how to smile, and us recognizing them now, because Vietnam veterans, when they came back, they were insulted by the United States. Right. So we making them proud in this town. And I'll say it again, our brothers and sisters in Lafourche, we love you too.
All right, very good. Want to thank all of y'all. We certainly appreciate it. I know Jackie as well. Wendy, good to see you again, and glad to have you on the set with us. And gentlemen, thank you as well. What we'll do, actually, we need to move into sports, but thank you for coming.
Thank you, Jimmy.
All right, just to let you know, I think David Miller's up next in sports. Don't go away.